What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the focoflowshow. Show. If this is your first time to the channel, we are a mountain bike focused channel based out of the Charlottesville, Virginia area where I ride and get out into the mountains. I like to show features of trails in the area and the George Washington National Forest, how-to videos, highlights of the different adventures that I'm going on by myself, with my riding buddies, with my kids. If you get here, you like the comment, make sure you like the video here and don't forget to subscribe. This week we are highlighting a topic that I've seen a lot about, focused on the use of a manual trainer. And we'll get to that in a minute. But it was a big weekend here as we got out with the kids, and that's Young Haven right there on her very first mountain bike ride. So we highlighted her getting a new bike for Christmas, and now she is off and riding. We also had young Forrest, 7 years old, doing his first legit log over, and the stoke was super high as the mountain bike helmet comes off there, and working on creek crossings and everything in between. Even Daddy got into action doing a tricky skinny, which I am terrible at. But at any rate, as we get ready to talk about manual trainers, if you're out on the trail, let's go out there and find that flow. So if you're like me, you've been at least curious about manual trainers and if manuals are even useful on the trail. I mean, I'm sure you've seen the MacAskill videos where he's riding on his back wheel all over the countryside. But actually, the skills for going down and back on the trail in real time is the exact same skills that are utilized to manual effectively. And there's a lot of trail usage with, no, you're not going to ride down the trail for miles on end, but you do need to learn the mechanics and body posture to go down and then back for bunny hopping over that log like you just saw just a second ago, or here in some of the chunky drops that you're going to find in some of the more gnarly trails like here in Snowshoe. You want to be able to keep that nose up and ride off the edge of drops like this little 8-foot drop here. We down, back, slow roll, keep the nose up, and then you can do bigger and bigger drops as you progress up. So what I thought we would do here is we would have a look at the actual manual trainer that was graciously donated to the Flow Show from my buddy Drew, who wasn't using it anymore, get some practice on them and see just how effective they are in getting you better at the mechanics required to manual. So here's pictures of the manual trainer itself. There's lots of different ways to build these. This isn't a how to build video. There's plenty of good ones of those on YouTube. Basically, you need a few pieces of 2x4 and 3/4 inch plywood to back your bike from going too far backwards when you work on your manual. This one worked as described, and I found it very easy to use and didn't damage the bike or anything like that, so that you get to see here in slow motion my first attempt where you want to work balancing on the bike. You're going to go straight down with your chest and then hips straight back, pushing the bike away from you, and then riding and balancing with your hips back as long and as far as you can, holding the nose of the bike up. This manual trainer was pretty darn effective in doing exactly that and gave me the opportunity to practice. So what we'll do here is we'll put some music on and go over a couple of different days in a row of working on the manual trainer, and then getting right down the street and seeing if it helped me manual any better. So after 4 days of using the manual trainer, I can honestly say it made me better at finding that balance point. You can see this video of my son trying to get me manually across the skinny part of a tennis court, which I was able to successfully do. It's better at finding the balance point, keeping your weight back, and balancing. I've got a lot of progress to go to be able to do this with any kind of consistency, but it definitely helps. But no, it's not going to make you manually like Danny MacAskill overnight. So as we finish up here, let's get back out on the trail, have some fun, find a manual trainer if you want to get better at that skill, and in the process, get out there and find that flow.